Journey to where? This is Space 1999, season two, the dreaded season two. Actually, I thought this one was pretty good. A lot of the cheesy stuff was kind of left out, which makes this season slightly a step down. Well, a big step down, actually, for me from season one, which I thought was almost just basically a 10 out of 10 show. Um, let's go through the space system to review this. I'm going to give the storyline a 1.5. I kind of like this one. So they get Alpha gets a transmission from Earth in the future. So now remember, they've been traveling in space, so time is relative to mass. You're going further away. Your mass is gone, so the time is just accelerated. I can't remember the year they said 2100 or something or whatever it is. So it's into the future. Now in the future, Earth has been destroyed. There's these domes, whatever. So they're contacting Alpha, and they figured out a transporter. It's basically a teleportation device that they're going to teleport the moon-based guys back to Earth. But there's a lot of seismic activity. Earth is kind of a bit messed up. They take Alan, Koenig, and Helena, and they transport them, but unfortunately they're transported to Earth, but in the distant past, and they meet with some Scotsmen who are not happy to see them, and kind of this, craziness happens. We've seen this sort of time travel thing done before, but I like the fact that we saw the future and the past in one episode. So I thought that was actually pretty neat. I like seeing all of the gadgetry that they had. This show has always looked great. We'll get to the artistry section in a minute. Well, I'll talk about the pacing since it kind of goes with the story. I'm going to give it a 1.5. I still feel that slightly slow, but Space 1999 is slow. That's sort of what the show is. This one was slow, but not a lot of different things were happening. It feels like the same thing was repeated, same with the story. So that makes them a little bit lesser than a 2 out of 2 score. So still pretty cool. I liked it, but not dying over it. The artistry is 2 out of 2 as always. This show has just killed it. Again, I've said this on other videos. I don't know if I'm watching upgraded effects or not, but I don't think I am. And it's pretty damn good, man. The caves in this are awesome. Costumes are pretty good. The fights are way better. I'm a Star Trek guy for life. I love Star Trek. Live long and prosper. It's, that and Doctor Who, top 2 best TV shows ever, easy for me. But man, this show looks awesome. It still looks awesome. So yeah, great stuff. The characters, I liked the characters a lot more in this one. I'm going to give it a 1.5 for the characters. I liked this one a little bit more. Maya wasn't as annoying. I find that her and Tony and their little cutesy, googly eye crap is pretty whatever to me. But it was kept down to a minimum here. There was more, a more urgency to solve the problem. There was a countdown clock because there was going to be an eclipse, and once that happened, that was going to mess with the signal. So I feel that there was a little bit more urgency to it. It took away some of the cheesy character stuff that we normally see. So they got down to business a bit better. And what I loved about the first season is getting down to business. There's a problem and you got to figure it out. There's no cutesy crap going on. Unfortunately, season 2 is copying more the way Star Trek did, but not in the way Star Trek did it. Star Trek had great characters, and I reviewed all those classic series, and the way that they meshed together and worked together and kind of became a family. That was what was important about Star Trek. Plus the ideas were awesome as well. So all of that together makes it the best. This had really cool ideas with a little bit more boring characters or stoic, that they weren't very energetic or whatever. But I liked that. It separated it. It was no, this is the business section, and then trying to make it like Star Trek. It's you're not doing it because the characters just aren't as good. Nobody's better than Spock, Kirk, and McCoy. I don't understand. This is just a failed attempt. Stick to your thing. Anyway, but in this episode, I did like everybody. I'm going to give the enjoyment factor a 1. I liked this one. I know I gave it very high scores in the other categories. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good episode, but it wasn't I got to watch this one again. You know what I mean? I'm going to finish up season 2. That might be the end of my season 2 watching, at least for a while. I will put season 1 into the rotation of shows. I constantly watch Star Trek over and over again. Blake 7, of course, is in the rotation, especially with these Blu-rays coming out. So I will put season 1 of Space in the rotation for watching, but not season 2, at least not for a little bit. I'll have to let it, kind of die out in my memory and then watch. Maybe I'll revisit it in like 5 years or something, check it out again. So total score 7.5 for this one. Ultimately a very good episode definitely for season 2. It's a very good episode. It's definitely the best one for me. Lot less of the character silliness, more getting down to business, figuring stuff out. Story and pacing still need a little work, but otherwise really good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, what you thought of this one. Like and subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks. Take care.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.